Hello and welcome to my final video of 2024. This is my emotional support chicken. My emotional support beagle is over there. This is where I wanted to sit because I'm comfortable. However, I can't find my big tripod. So let's adjourn to my outside kitchen sink down by the compost. So 2024 was a big one. Welcome to my 2024 recap. I didn't recap 2023 because, well, I was still only just starting to re-upload. I started this channel way back in about 2014, 2016, something a long time ago. It's been 2 moves ago, so it was a while. And then late last year, I started uploading again. And then this year, I just carried it on. So this is my 2024 highlights and lowlights. We'll start with the lowlights. This is the biggie. Doing this almost 2 months ago has absolutely slowed down my progress. 100%. I can still knit socks. I can still do things that are small projects. Oh yes, thank you, Razor. But I can't easily crochet. I've still been crocheting. I just have to stop frequently, a lot. And also Razor's unhappy about it. The other thing that was a bit of a low light of this year is that I really didn't release that many patterns. I think I released more patterns every other year. Around about 2014, I released a whole heap of patterns on my website. Now, over 90% of my patterns are free, because why the hell not? My website does have AdSense built into it, or Word Ads, I think, because it's a WordPress website, so I do get rewarded enough to keep the website running, and every now and again I get to buy some yarn with that money. So oh my god, everybody's going crazy. That's immaterial, so I don't mind releasing my patterns for free. I do have some paid patterns, but mostly they are free. Anyway, so what are my highlights of this year? To start with, video posting. Early on in the year I started thinking I could do 2 videos a year. I think it was about April. 2 videos a week, sorry. Before then, I had managed to do a video every Friday at 8 AM. Now, if you're a hardcore watcher, you'll know that not every video gets released by 8 AM because I live rural. Our Wi-Fi is slow. And my organisational skills are sometimes pushed to the limits because I do still work full-time. But I have managed to upload a whole heap and load of videos. Somewhere I've got the list of how many videos were actually uploaded. It was a lot. I'll insert the number somewhere. Yeah, so that was cool. I also thoroughly enjoyed some activities that I did during the year. I did amigurumi and had 30 amigurumi projects posted, one every day of May. I had to start, no, 31. I had to start doing these in April, and I was still working on them on the second to last day of May to make sure I got there in the end to have the 30. Some of them were very easy projects like an amigurumi bee, and some of them were far more complex. One of the most complex ones from the month was this guy. Because he's knitted in fur yarn. This is a Projectarian pattern, and I wanted to do this before doing the crochet along from Hobie, and I do know that I've got one of his arms upside down. I do know that there are some spurious counts in the rounds because fur yarn is very difficult. But it was fun to do something that was quite a challenging project for me at the time. Maybe I should go back and do it again. I will go back and do it again with some fur yarn at some point because he is very cute and he's very lovely. And everybody looks and goes, what is it? It's a little cursed. And I go, yeah, it is a little cursed, but I worked really hard on this, and look at the size of my little crochet squares. That was like a 3mm hook and double knit yarn, and there is like 2 full balls of white yarn here. 2, and less than 1 ball of the fur, so it be cray. So amigurumi, he was an absolute highlight for me, but not for anyone else. I gave away a lot of my amigurumi projects from May as well, which was quite nice. The other highlight was Socktober. Not only did I manage to release 2 videos a week through all of Socktober, some of those were sock knitting patterns. Now I do have some more sock knitting patterns that need to be released, but again, because on my negatives list, pattern releases, it just didn't get around to being written and tested again and all of that stuff. So there are more sock patterns that should get written up and released for Socktober 2025, because I really liked doing Socktober. But in order to do Socktober, as I discovered from 2023, I can't knit the socks during the month of October. I can knit one pair of socks during the month of October. And so that became my shorts content. And even then I didn't finish it. But I will try and finish it for next year. Oh, there we go. We're up on top of the chick shed, are we? Chickens. Who'd have them? Another highlight, the AMP show. Becoming a winner. Have I got the stuff? As you can tell, I'm a highly organised YouTuber. And winning prizes. I mean, I only had one first with a special prize. It's very nice. But I did pick up, what was it? 9 thirds and 1 first. So it was an absolutely fantastic haul. And I got to meet a subscriber. And people came up to me for the rest of the week and said, oh, I saw you knitting and crochet, very nice. And it was great. I had a lovely time. I will do it again, 100%. The crochet along from Hobie from Projectarian that was meant to be a flip around whale shark and axolotl, but he's gone wonky in the box. Mine is not flip aroundable because I decided in about the end of week 2 to cut him apart and made a big mess of the face and struggled to put him back together. But he was a fun project. He was a nightmare project, but he was a fun project. There are things I don't like about the pattern, like these are double triple crochets or something nonsense. Like these are big loopy loops, so it's got big finger holes through it. Not happy with those bits, but I really like those shape and size spines, so I could have just done them all the way along and had more of them, and that would have been fun. I liked the construction of his little toe beans. I hated his frills. I don't like this version of the face, but I love the eyes. Would I do a Projectarian crochet along again? 100%. I had a great time. It pushed me so far because I was very much a beginner crocheter when I started this project, and I was very much a beginner crocheter with confidence by the end. Actually, I probably had a little bit more than that, because not long after this I did my first crochet pattern. I did not think that I would ever get to the point where I would be designing crochet patterns. We're not talking anything complicated, it's the penguin. I'll insert it up there because who knows where my penguins actually are. Most of them have been given away. So the fact that I was able to do crochet patterns, just making a crochet pattern, making something from a crochet pattern, was absolutely amazing to me. What else is on my list? Because I did write this down. YouTube. Thank you. I reached 1,600 subscribers on YouTube. Most people are watching my shorts, which is crazy because my shorts, they're not quality content at all. To be fair, is this quality content? Probably not. But most people watch my shorts content. Not too many people watch my long form content, so my watch hours are not great. But I do have 1,600 subscribers. So my aim was 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm on 1,600. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me. What's my aim for 2025? How old is my oyster? Oh, here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Sun. I also joined Ribbler. Now, joining Ribbler was fun because I didn't know it existed at the start of the year, and then I signed up to Ribbler, and then I started releasing some patterns on Ribbler. I only have 16 patterns over there on Ribbler. Most of them are free, but I have 1,400 subscribers on Ribbler, or followers on Ribbler, which is absolutely fantastic. I had a couple of my patterns featured, and my Ribbler eggs that I made for the Easter challenge were featured in their live stream, which was just like I sat there going, look at me, I'm famous. It was just lovely. What else is on my list? I got boots and mittens. Where are they? Mittens is up there on the hill. So I got my sheep, and the sheep had their first shear, and their yarn has been, well, their fleece has been sent away, and hopefully at some point boots and mittens are going to come back as yarn, which is incredibly exciting. So they were the coolest birthday present. It's not often you get a birthday present you can cuddle, so that's a good thing. I've just realised my dog has disappeared. He will have found something to roll in. Well, he can't go too far. He's been at my sister's for the weekend, and he has come back very fat. She has 4 children, and they like feeding him snacks. Yeah. What's another highlight? Making children's drawings into crochet art. I'll try and remember to insert something here to show. So my niece, who's 5, commissions me every time I see her to make something. We've made a giraffe, we've made turtles, we've made we had at Christmas I made her a bear, so her request was make a bear for my bear, so I made a bear for her bear, and then she asked for a white bunny because she has a pet bunny. So I'm working on my bunny commission very slowly for her birthday at the end of the month. So that'll be exciting. How do I get paid? I get paid in getting given another commission from her, which is very cute. As I point out, that her mum keeps saying, I don't have to make things. And I know I don't have to, but I've got the small window of opportunity while she's young where she can ask for something that she wants and thoroughly enjoys. At some point, she's going to not want to do that from me anymore because I will become uncool, but I'll enjoy it while it lasts. Her brother has asked for a granny crochet cardigan for his birthday because he really liked her one. So, and in the same colours. So I need to find some pastel rainbow yarn. What else is there? I made a pair of socks in a day for my father-in-law's birthday. Absolutely fantastic. I sat down in the morning, started knitting socks, finished them by dinner time. Unbelievable. It was exhausting, but I did it. It was the Sunday socks by Petite Knit. And then a few days after that, I knit an entire sock on a school trip, which was incredible, with a very similar pattern, but not the same, one that I was much happier with than the Sunday sock by Petite Knit. So with double knit yarn, I can crank out socks quite quickly when I'm not injured. I did make 5 pairs of socks for Christmas this year. That was a lot, but thoroughly loved all of it. I was given yarn. Bling Bling Yarns reached out to me on my email and said, would I like some yarn? And I was like, yes. So they sent me a little pack of yarn, and then a wee while after that, they sent me a gift and they said, you know, pick some more yarn. So I picked some more yarn. So I have quite a bit of glow-in-the-dark plush yarn and plush, not plush yarn, and glow-in-the-dark milk cotton. And I do have another hat that needs releasing from their yarn as well, which is very, very cool. So it's nice to be, not acknowledged, but it's nice to receive things because you just feel like you're valued. And so I thoroughly enjoyed that. I met a subscriber in the wild. I almost met 2 subscribers in the wild. I nearly had a meet up with one in Christchurch, but it didn't quite work out. Sorry, Annie. But I did have someone recognise me and talk about the fact that they watch my YouTube channel. So, hey, hi, you made me feel famous. That was very cool because most of my subscribers come from, or most of my watchers, the US, followed by Germany and the UK. And then every now and again, India pops up in the top of the month, which I think is from the shorts. What else is there? Oh, my book fest. My book fest was a highlight. I'll try and remember to put it over here because my book fest I made because Wellington Fibre Fest was on the same weekend as Featherston Booktown. So I thought, right, okay, I need something to wear to Fibre Fest that says I knit, and I needed something for Booktown that says I read. So I made the Hamlet Book Fest, and it was absolutely brilliant, you know. So I did that, and everybody stopped and commented on it. There was a spelling mistake on one side because in following the pattern I just inverted the I and the L, so I just need to surface crochet, and not surface crochet, duplicate stitch, fixing it up, so I can do that. This is my absolute favourite make of the year. This is the Crochet by Kitten Girl Ivy Saw pattern, again squished in the box. I thoroughly look forward to building a house so that in my yarn room, he, she, them are going to sit on the shelf, and I'm going to be absolutely enamoured with them the whole time. So Ivysaur, 100% my favourite make of the year. My most popular make of the year was this. And she's become very wonky. I think it was one of those struggles where I was using some vintage yarn that came from my mother's stash. My mother passed about 3 years ago to make the emotional support chicken. But this is my most popular video this year. And so many people come along to this channel because of the emotional support chicken. And I look at her and I think, oh, you poor, poor dear. This did take ages to make. It was definitely the wrong choice of yarn, but it was the right choice of yarn, if that makes sense. It was the right choice of yarn for me in that moment. Do I want to make another one? Yes, I do. I want to make another one with a much smaller needle size and a much larger yarn, because this one's a worsted weight up here for those bits, and I think that's turned out quite nicely, whereas this one was a vintage DK, so it's a lightweight 3. I'm starting to learn those weight terms because I've never used them growing up. Because it's garter stitch, and as it got stuffed, it started to lose its shape, so it does need readjusting quite a lot. I would like to find the duck that Retro Claude made and make that as well, because I have ducks that live on the pond. They're paradise ducks, and I'm getting Indian runner ducks, which I'm hoping will weed my garden. I mean, they're not going to weed the garden, but, you know, take the pests out and things. So that was the most popular one of the year. I also got to do some test knits and test crochet pieces. I got to do one for Crochet Me Zaddy, which was very cool. It was just the jellyfish. I made it glow in the dark. And about 20 minutes after I finished it, my niece was like, cool. And it became hers. Then I made an even tinier one, which my stepson now has. So, you know, popular things are jellyfish. Saw some jellyfish down at Christchurch. Very funny indeed. Oh, sandflies. Sandflies, sandflies, sandflies. I hate summer, sandflies. So much do I hate summer. Then what? That's basically... Oh, and I did the test knit for... the Pacific Knit Co. with the doodle motifs. Now, I have so many of her doodle motifs that I want to get working with, particularly the farm ones. No guesses as to why. And the fantasy ones, because there were some cool unicorn ones that came out. So I do want to do some more socks and things based on her patterns. But it was fun doing the test knit of the cactus ones, and that became part of my stepson's birthday present, was the cactus socks. And I discovered that I don't have any green yarn. So since then I've bought some green yarn, and I've bought a green t-shirt. I'm trying to embrace green and red because they are my least favourite colours. Yeah, so those were my highs and lows of 2024. I will see you tomorrow in the same outfit, where I should have my knitting and crochet plans for 2025. So I will see you in 24 hours. That's if I get this video finished on time. It's possible. Anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow. If you were here through Vlogmas and knew the struggle is now over. All I've done is taken some of the strawberries from this green patch that's covered, and that's this whole container. I feel like I'm making strawberry jam tomorrow. Definitely a win. And the apricots up on the hill, also ready. I'm about to become a domestic goddess.